The IELTS speaking module second section takes 3 to 4 minutes. It checks your ability to speak fluently on a given topic. After receiving a task card with a topic and bullet points, you have 1 minute to prepare and then speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Topics can be based on a wide variety, and your speech is evaluated on 4 parameters: fluency and coherence, lexical resource, grammatical range and accuracy, and pronunciation. Tip: make notes and try to speak for 2 minutes. Practice with the latest sample question. Please start preparing your answer. Please start speaking.
So, I know a person, Tom, and he ended up becoming a nurse, which honestly surprised me at first. We met back in university, and back then, he was actually studying business, which is like the complete opposite of what he does now. But after a couple of years, out of nowhere, he decided to switch majors and go into nursing. I remember him telling me that he wasn't feeling all that satisfied with what he was doing and wanted to do something that felt more meaningful, you know? Something that actually made a difference in people's lives. Now, fast forward a bit, and he's working full-time at a local hospital. He spends most of his time taking care of patients, helping out doctors, and handling all the day-to-day stuff you'd expect in a hospital. Honestly, his job sounds exhausting. He's always on his feet, working long hours, and dealing with all kinds of patients. He's mentioned a few times how stressful it can be, especially when things get busy or there's an emergency, but at the same time, he told me that it's one of the most rewarding jobs you can have. He really gets a kick out of being able to help people when they need it most, which is pretty cool if you think about it. What really strikes me about Tom is how he totally shifted gears in his life. Like, most people would just stick with what they started and be done with it, but not him. He took a big risk switching from business to nursing, but it's clearly paid off. He seems so much happier now, doing something he genuinely cares about. I really respect that about him, to be honest. Not everyone has the guts to make that kind of change, especially when it means more hard work and stress. But in the end, seeing him do something he's passionate about makes me think he made the right call. It's inspiring, in a way. Because it reminds me that sometimes, taking the harder path can be totally worth it.
Please start speaking.
So, one person I know who's chosen a career in the medical field is my cousin Sarah. She's actually a pediatrician, which means she works with kids, diagnosing their illnesses, treating them, and making sure they get the care they need. It's honestly impressive because she works in an insanely busy hospital, and even though things get pretty hectic, she always stays calm and collected. I can't imagine dealing with that level of pressure every day. But she handles it like a pro. Sarah always knew she wanted to help people, and kids in particular. I remember when we were younger, she'd always say she wanted to be a doctor. And while a lot of kids changed their minds, she stuck with it. She was also really into science and biology back in school, so it made sense for her to go down the medical route. She told me once that helping sick children is what really drives her. It's not just about having a job for her, it's more like a calling. She loves knowing that she's making a real difference in people's lives, especially for families going through tough times with their kids' health. Honestly, I have so much respect for her. I mean, being a doctor is hard enough, but working with sick kids? That's on another level. She's super dedicated and works crazy long hours, but she never complains about it. If anything, she seems to love what she does more and more each day. Talking to her about her work always makes me realize just how important and challenging the medical field is. I feel really lucky to know someone who's so passionate and genuinely committed to making the world a better place.